Hello everyone, and welcome to Shout Out to Shakespeare. Today we'll be taking a look at one of his histories, Julius Caesar. You know I like to start by having a 3-panel comic, so take a look at this. I'd also like to give you a little preview of some of the famous quotes that you'll encounter in this brief version of Julius Caesar. First up, as Julius Caesar is going through the streets of Rome on a triumphal march after returning from battle, the crowds are cheering him on, and an old soothsayer emerges from the crowd and tells him, "Beware the Ides of March." The Ides of March is the 15th of March. The soothsayer is warning Julius Caesar that something bad is going to happen on that day. The second famous quote happens when Julius Caesar says, "Et tu, Brute?" Et tu, Brute just means, "and you too, Brutus?" Brutus being one of Julius Caesar's good friends who joins a crowd of senators that assassinates Julius Caesar. Finally, you'll hear Mark Antony, one of Julius Caesar's good friends, saying, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears." He's trying to get the attention of the crowd so that he can tell them that Julius Caesar really was a good leader and had accomplished a lot of things, and that Brutus and Cassius, Julius Caesar's friends, were really such good friends after all, since they joined in the assassination of Julius Caesar. Enjoy this brief clip that shows you a bit about what Julius Caesar was all about.
This is Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. It's 44 BC, and Julius Caesar is totally rocking in Rome. Da-da-da-da. And he's like, "Yes, I am great, aren't I?" Totally conceited, but this old soothsayer goes, "Beware the Ides of March," and that's the 15th, because I looked it up, and why couldn't they just say that? Then this Weasley dude, Cassius, goes to this totally righteous dude, Brutus, and he tells him, "Caesar's getting too conceited," and Brutus says, "Yeah, maybe, I gotta think," and Cassius's crew come in and is like, "Oh man, we gotta have Brutus, he's like way popular," and Brutus is like, "Caesar tyrant Caesar, hey, I know, we'll stab him repeatedly." And the next day is the Ides of March, and Caesar's wife is all, "Last night I had this dream that you were stabbed repeatedly," and Caesar goes to the Senate, and Brutus and his gang stab him repeatedly. Yeah, blood everywhere. And just as he dies, Caesar sees Brutus and he says, "Et tu, Brute," which means like, "I guess we're not best buds anymore." And this mob gathers and they're all steamed because Caesar was way popular. And then Brutus says, "Caesar was like totally harsh, so we had to stab him." But then Mark Antony, who's like the big man on Roman campus, says, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Brutus is bogus, man." And the crowd goes wild and they chase him all the way to Asia Minor and everybody fights. Yeah, crash sweet. And Caesar's ghost come back and he says, "Nya, nya, 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 nya." And Cassius is so freaked he kills himself. And Brutus kills himself. And Mark Antony wins. The end. And the moral of this story is even a good guy can turn bad, even if he does the wrong thing for the right reason, or whatever.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. One of the reasons I love Shakespeare is that it holds up over time, and there are references to his works all over the place. You'll see them in comic strips, in movies, in television shows. People will use his expressions, words that he's created. I'm going to show you a few examples right now that relate to Julius Caesar. That's all for this edition of Shout Out to Shakespeare. Join me next week.